Welcome back to Brick Artemis, everybody. Today we're going to talk about my favorite 2023 released Hot Toys. So I've gotten a lot of figures in the past year, but this video is not going to be about my ranking of figures that I bought in 2023, but figures that were released in 2023 that I bought. I bought about 16 figures that were released in 2023, 17 if you count the 2.0 Spider-Man from Spider-Man 2 video game, but that one's not in yet, so he's not going to be on my list. Hopefully he comes from Sideshow pretty soon, but yeah, so I bought a lot of figures. This is going to be my list on 2023 released figures. I have about 16 of them. I'm going to name about 8 or 9 of these figures in the top of my list of 2023. So, guys, this has been a great journey. I'm really excited to get into this with you guys. I know we're also going to be doing this on Wolfpack. But yeah, I just had to make a video because I can't wait to share my list with you. Please let me know down below what your list is so that we can have some fun with this. Remember, this is my list, not everyone's. Whether or not you liked the TV show or the Disney Plus show Falcon and Winter Soldier, you can't deny this figure is pretty special. I love the white, how much the white and the red pop on this figure. I actually really like the suit, even though it's a little tight. But man, most of all, I really like this wingspan on this figure and what the wings can do. You can have them go straight up, or you can spread them out like this, and the wingspan is just crazy. Look how many figures I have in front of this Captain America figure. I mean, it is amazing in this Maji case. Definitely had to put it in my top figures of 2023, coming in at number 8. I couldn't go wrong with this. I absolutely love this Captain America. One of my favorites in my collection, for sure. Comes with this awesome Captain shield, and even the head sculpt is a very good head sculpt. So yeah, really like this figure. Coming in at number 7 in 2023, yeah, not Porky, but The Amazing Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield's Amazing Spider-Man. Now, I don't know if this is more nostalgia for me because I'm a huge Andrew Garfield fan or what, but I really love this figure. I think the head sculpt is actually really nice. It's my favorite Spidey suit ever is Amazing Spider-Man. Garfield's Spidey suit is the best in my opinion. I do wish the seams weren't shown as much on the sides, but it's a really cool figure. And this head sculpt, I really like. It really brings out Garfield. I know there's some other head sculpts on 1/6 kit, but I think I'm happy with this one. It looks really good, and I like showing Garfield's face more so than the Spidey mask face. So yeah, I'm going to stick with this stance for a while. Guys, I'm not going to lie. This figure really shocked me. No pun intended. This Electro figure is really cool. I think the best part about this Electro is the pants and the boots. I know it sounds crazy, but it really brings out a lot in this figure. It makes me feel like this figure is safe and secure. I don't have to worry about any suit damage. And the head sculpt's there too. I actually really like these plastic electric accessories more so than I thought I would. I'm not a big fan of the one that goes on his face, which is why it's not on there. But man, it really looks cool when it looks like he's kind of swinging, getting ready for like an electric punch. I really liked his character as well in No Way Home. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 is one of my favorite Spider-Man movies as well, believe it or not. So it was really cool adding Electro to this display. So this one's special because when I first got into Hot Toys, I pre-ordered this figure and I waited quite a long time, as many of us did. And I know that it has its flaws with the shoulders. It's actually a very big flaw, but I'm putting it on top 2023 on my list because of this head sculpt. This head sculpt is by far my favorite head sculpt of all 2023. I think there's a couple that can challenge it, but this one is, in my opinion, my favorite. I also really think this cape is really changing the way Hot Toys is making their capes. After this came Moon Knight, And now we have Batman Affleck's cape that I think is going to be a lot like Moon Knight's or this. And I really, really love Wanda and love the show WandaVision. I wasn't a huge fan of the Vision figure that came with it that you can see next to her, but man, this Wanda is by far my favorite so far. I did pre-order the Artisan one. It's already paid off, so I'm excited for that one as well. But until that finally comes out, I've got this one on my shelf. Already having the Fiend from Toys Era, I wasn't even sure if I was going to for sure get this figure or not. I actually had the Hobo Goblin. I think it's the new suit or the advanced suit, Green Goblin from No Way Home, pre-ordered and paid off. But then when I noticed that that head sculpt was literally the same as this head sculpt, minus the mask that he wears in, or the hood, I should say, and the goggles that he wears from the Hobo suit, I was like, you know what, I'm just going to get this because it's the classic look from the original Spider-Man movie. And it fits really nicely next to my Fiend from Toys Era, as you can see here. I love having both looks. Showing William Dafoe's head sculpt here is awesome. And I love having this glider. This glider from Hot Toys is amazing. I do wish the legs were a little bit more flexible for that glider, and I wish that the stand was much better so it could actually fit better in my Magi case, but otherwise, I'm still really happy with this head sculpt. I'm really happy with this figure. The Green Goblin is, to what others, my Joker, and I couldn't be more happy. All right, guys, we're doing more Marvel, and it was a big Marvel year for me. Next year will be more DC, but this year was definitely more Marvel. And this integrated Spider-Man, especially this base from this deluxe version, is by far probably the best bases that we had in 2023. And I absolutely love this integrated suit from Spider-Man. I think that the Tom Holland head sculpt is also amazing, which I don't have him showing right now, which I have in the past, but it's a very good head sculpt. I love everything about this figure. It really, really pops. I have him in the center of my Magi case, and it's a centerpiece for sure. I absolutely like this figure. It deserves to be in my top 3. It's my best Spider-Man I have so far, and I think it's going to be my best Spider-Man, at least until I get the new red and blue suit from the end of No Way Home, which I believe comes out first quarter-ish of 2024. But until then, guys, this is definitely one of my best figures of 2023 that I have bought, and I am extremely happy with. I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, but I honestly don't care. I love these figures just the same. So tied at number 2, I have Venom and Carnage from the second Venom movie, Let There Be Carnage. And this is another head sculpt that is pretty close to being as good as Wanda. In my opinion, I know a lot of people would take this over that Wanda head sculpt, but this is really cool. I'm glad it came with this bust so that I could also display it with the Carnage that I got. But man, this is a very cool figure. We'll start with Venom here. And I know it doesn't come with that symbol, which we're going to be getting soon from Spider-Man 2 video game, but I don't need it. I love the Venom movies. I love the interpretation of Venom in these movies, and I'm glad that we're getting this version, and I'm happy to have him in my display. He looks menacing, he looks beefy, he looks strong, and then we have Carnage, who is absolutely menacing, and he fits perfect with this Venom. He fits perfect with the Spider-Mans. You do have to be a little careful with these legs, that these will fall off. But otherwise, this is really stunning. He's massive. And I've always been a Carnage fan. A Carnage, Venom, any Spider-Man villain really has just been my childhood. So I'm so happy that we have a Carnage. They stand very well together, and this might be the best part of my display in general. So yeah, tied at number 2, we have Venom and Carnage. Guys, if you don't have this figure, make sure to get them. Coming in first place, 2023, in my opinion, I didn't have a RoboCop before this one. So this is my number 1. I absolutely love this figure. When I did my ranking all of my Hot Toys, this was on its way and I had yet gotten it. So now I have it, and it is number 1 in my 2023 figures that I bought in 2023. Guys, this diecast is perfection. I absolutely love the detail in this diecast. I love that we have the faceplates from the original actor from the first RoboCop. I'm not a huge RoboCop 3 fan, okay? But I do have memories of that, and I do have him more in the RoboCop 1 kind of look. This is a really nice figure. You can even see the detail there in the numbers on his police costume, or I don't know, diecast. His police uniform, I should say. This is really cool. I love that the fingers can articulate. I love everything about this figure. The gun, it comes with a diecast gun as well, but of course I got the plastic one here so you can hold it up. And the lighting and the reflection coming off of RoboCop is so good. I have fond memories of RoboCop as a kid. My dad was a police officer as well, and this was a very meaningful figure and movie figure, actually, to me. So definitely something that I'm going to keep for forever. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Please let me know down below what your favorite 2023 figures are that released this year. And please understand, too, that just because this is my list doesn't mean this is like the top figures. These are just my favorite figures of the year that I purchased. Now, there are figures out there that I like a lot that I don't have yet. And I don't even know if I would put them at number 1. I'm pretty confident with my top 5 that they would stay there even if I bought some of these other figures. But this is my list. I would love to hear what your list is down in the comments below. Please don't judge me if I don't have your favorite on my list. I'm a Marvel fan. I'm going to be working on DC next year. I'm also going to be working on some more Star Wars. But until then, this is my 2023 favorite Hot Toys figures in my collection that released this year. Let me know what yours are down on the bottom. Guys, if you liked the video, please hit that like button and subscribe. Looking forward to hearing from you. Until next time, keep breaking.